Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering Department at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. The subject that we are going to continue is petroleum refining and petrochemicals. So the next topic which we have to continue is arrangement of towers. This chapter is what processing of your petroleum. So this is the last topic about it, arrangement of towers. Okay, in exam they can also ask you different type of reflux conditions. So there are total 3 types of arrangement of towers based on how you keep your reflux. First one is top tray reflux, second one is pump back reflux, and third one is pump around reflux. So in first figure A, you can see that your reflux, it is provided only at first call or only at first tray, right? Only at top part you can see your reflux is there. See the other streams, what are those? Those are the side strippers, okay? Side stripper is for further rectification. Don't consider that as a reflux. Only where R is given, that is your reflux. So in first top tray reflux, you can see only reflux is given at your top tray. The second one is pump back reflux. Here you can see that at various stages, right, reflux is given. So there are multiple reflux conditions, okay. Suppose here you can see R1. From that stage your product is taken out, it is condensed, and further back to that stage again you are giving your reflux, okay. So that is what your pump back reflux. At various intervals, at any small intervals, reflux is provided. Condition that at that stage itself your product is taken out as vapor, condensed, and that again sent back to the column in form of reflux. Third one is pump around reflux. So here you can see that what is happening. See R1, what is happening? You can see, suppose from any stage it is your vapors are taken out, that is condensed, and now the reflux you are giving, you are not giving at that stage, you are giving at 2 or 3 stages higher. Right from where you have taken your product, you are not giving reflux back at that stage, you are giving it at 2 or 3 stages higher than your taken stage. So let's see about the description. For top tray reflux, provided only at top tray of the column. This is simple in design. In pump back reflux, at regular interval you provide your reflux. Of course your design is costly, but your tower is uniformly loaded with liquid, okay. See, liquid and gas contact has to be there, and that can be provided when you provide multiple reflux conditions. Now for pump around reflux, here reflux from lower plate is fed to higher stages, okay. Suppose you are taking reflux at 4th plate, then you are supplying your reflux on 1st or 2nd plate. So you can see now this creates problem of mixing. Of course you are taking out the product from 4th plate and you are transferring back to 1st plate. So product composition may get altered here, and of course this design is complex. So this was about your arrangement of trays. Now moving forward on chapter 4. This chapter talks about the treatment techniques, okay. So what are the treatments you have to give to your single fractions like gasoline, gas, kerosene, diesel, etc. So we will study about it. Now before talking about this treatment, let's talk about the impurities which are present in your fraction, okay. Even in crude also some impurities are there. So those impurities are divided into 2 parts, physical impurities and chemical impurities. So in physical impurities, your sand, mud, moisture, those are the things which are taken into account. See, when your crude is mined, okay, when it is extracted, these impurities are present. Besides that, when processing of certain fractions are done, then also certain impurities are added, like catalyst dust is there, okay, solvent amount, certain traces of solvent remain in your fraction. So what are those? Those are your physical impurities. Now, how to treat the physical impurities? If you are treating gas, then for gas it is generally washed with a solvent and then it is dried. Whereas for liquid, if you are treating for physical impurities, it is done either by settling method or by using certain dehydrating agents. Now talking about the chemical impurities. So most of the chemical impurities comprise of components of sulfur, nitrogen and oxygen. But the major player here is sulfur, okay. Sulfur is your major impurity. It is present in form of hydrogen sulfide gas, as mercaptans, carbon disulfide, etc. See, mercaptans are the highly reactive form of sulfur, right? It is also called as organic sulfur impurity, okay. So what happens is, because of mercaptans, they are prone to certain reactions, and hence the removal is very important here. So the removal of sulfur, what is that called as? It is called as sweetening method. Okay, the removal of sulfur is called as sweetening. So there are certain sweetening techniques. Okay, see this chapter here we are totally talking about sulfur removal. Okay, so the sweetening techniques based on the mechanism. Okay, what are the mechanism, based on that you are classifying your sweetening techniques. First is oxidizing mercaptans to disulfide. Disulfides are the most stable form of sulfur. Okay, so once your mercaptans are converted into disulfides, you can say your sour crude has been treated as a sweet crude. So here what are the reagents which are used? Chlorides of copper, iron, etc. Those are the reagents which you use for sweetening method. Okay, so your mercaptans are oxidized to disulfides. Now these reagents, they are again sent to a regeneration column. So such process, okay, when you are treating your mercaptans, when you are using certain solution, with the reactor also your regeneration unit works together. Okay, so because you are regenerating, you're regenerating your reagents which are used. Now the physical extraction process. This process is specially used when your impurities what hydrogen sulfide gas. So what happens, you're extracting your hydrogen sulfide gas with use of ethanolamine, because H2S gas is soluble in ethanolamine. Okay. Third one is in situ destruction of sulfur compound. In situ means here you are burning it. Okay, you are burning your mercaptan with 93% of sulfuric acid. Okay, so what sulfuric acid, what does it done? It treats any of the compounds, you burns out the sulfur gas. Fourth one is catalytic desulfurization. Now here hydrogenation and hydrolysis is done in presence of catalyst for carbon disulfides. Okay, so and in the end what you are trying to do, you are trying to convert it into carbon disulfides, right, which are easily extracted also and is not harmful form of sulfur impurity. Okay, but here important thing is that your catalysts are always there, and the process is what hydrogenation and hydrolysis. So next important topic here is absorption method of LPG production. Okay, see LPG normally you get it from ADU also, but here another method, that is absorption and desorption method, is also important for LPG production. So starting with, first of all, gases from all other units like ADU and other cracking units, other treatment units also, where you get your LPG gases, right, propane, butane, mixed with certain others light fraction gases. These gases are first of all washed to remove saturated impurities. Okay, any suspended impurities, like any physical impurities, first of all they are washed and then it is sent to a dryer. After that, this dried gas is compressed. Okay, up to what pressure? Up to 10 atmosphere. So after this compressed gas is then chilled. Okay, now after chilling it is sent to absorber column, where you use your cold lean oil as absorption media. So what happens is here light gases like methane, ethane, oxides of carbon, hydrogen sulfide and nitrogen and its compounds, such light gases, they are not soluble in this oil. So at the top you get your light gases, whereas in the bottom you get your heavy fraction like propane, butane, pentane. Okay, these heavy gases are extracted, they are absorbed in the oil and then it is sent to de-ethanizer. Okay, see on the top you got your light fractions. In heavy fractions, small traces of these light gases are there. So in de-ethanizer, what happens, your light gases are again extracted out. So of course those are light, so you will get that in the top. Now the bottom product, it is sent to debutanizer. Okay, in debutanizer, again what you are doing, at the top product you get your propane and butane, whereas heavy oil, okay, your heavy oil, it is taken out and recycled to the absorber. So you can say that your debutanizer is a kind of stripper, where your gases are stripped off the oil. Okay, now your propane plus butane, now this is gas. Okay, it's a gas mixture with other gases also. It is sent to a sweetener, where any sweetening process is done. In sweetener, what is the meaning? Sulfur is removed here. Okay, treatment of sulfur is done. Any of the sweetening process can be done. We studied like oxidation. Okay, then in situ destruction. These are the catalytic desulfurization. Any sweetening process is done. Now again it is chilled and then sent to propane column, where at the top you get propane and in the bottom you get butane. So this was your absorption method. The process is simple. Washed gases is then sent to dryer. In absorber, heavy fraction is absorbed. Light gases are unaffected. In de-ethanizer, pressure reduction is done, hence your light gases are stripped of the heavy fraction. So now this pure heavy fraction is again sent to debutanizer. It is again kind of a stripper where your gases are separated out from the oil. Now in propane column, propane is at the top and butane is at the bottom. So this way is your LPG is produced. Next topic here is treatment methods of gasoline. Right, so here are the certain methods which are used for removing of sulfur. The first one is lead doctoring method. Right, the solution which is used here is sodium plumbate. It is a form of lead. Right, the second one is Mirox sweetening process. Mirox means it is mercaptan's oxidation method. So the solution which is used here is caustic solution, NaOH, that is used here. Catalytic desulfurization method means in here catalyst is used. So moving forward, the first one is lead doctoring method. Right, this is one of the most important method for the treatment of gasoline, for sulfur removal. So starting with the process, as you can see, the first step is that you sour gasoline. It is treated with fresh caustic plumbate solution and sent to mixture 1 where your primary reaction occurs. So let's see the reaction which occurs. So what happens, your mercaptans, the prime motive of this reaction is what? To convert mercaptans into disulfides. So the mercaptans present in your gasoline, they react with sodium plumbate and hence you get lead alkyl disulfide plus NaOH. Right, so this is the first reaction which happens in mixture 1. Now what happens in the mixture 1, your solution it is sent to settler 1. What happens in settler 1, you are taking out your spent solution, okay, it is again recycled back, whereas your extracted product, okay, you are sending it to the mixer 2 where it is reacted again with sulfur. Okay, so you can see from the figure extra sulfur is added here. So the reaction which occurs in mixture 2 is second reaction. You can see that your lead alkyl sulfur, it reacts with extra sulfur, okay, with excess sulfur to give lead sulfide and your disulfide. Right, so you get your lead sulfide and RSSR is what? It is your disulfide form. Okay, so that is done in mixture 2. You can see the stirring time is how much? 5 to 15 minutes. Now this mixture, okay, the obtained solution, it is now sent to settler 2 from where you separate out your sweet product and the discharge solution. Okay, now is the step of regeneration. As I told you, with your process your regeneration is also going on. So now your spent solution is sent to the regenerator where air is blown into the regenerator. You can see the temperature is what, about 100 degrees Celsius and pressure is about 1 to 5 kg per centimeter square. So air is added here. So the reaction, you can see that in regeneration your lead sulfide which is present in your spent solution, it reacts with oxygen and gives you lead sulfate. Okay, now NaOH is already present in your spent solution and so that way you recover your sodium plumbate. Now this sodium plumbate is again recycled, okay, with the fresh doctor solution. So this is the method of your lead doctoring treatment. Okay, so the prime motive is what? You are converting your harmful mercaptans which are readily reactable, right? You are converting your mercaptans into stable disulfides which are not that harmful and can be extracted using physical processes also. So now the ratio of doctor solution is how much? 1:5. Okay, the ratio of doctor solution in gasoline is 1:5. It means for 5 parts of gasoline you are using 1 part of your solution. Now the time of contact is how much? About 30 seconds to 1 minute. Now the second method is now Mirox sweetening process. What is Mirox? It is mercaptans oxidation method. So here is the flow diagram. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the notations of your components of the process, right? So the first step is what? Caustic washing. Okay, here you are washing your gasoline with caustic soda in presence of a catalyst, that is your cobalt salt, in extractor, okay, where mercaptans are extracted. So you can see the one notation, that is your extractor, where your charge stock, it is washed with caustic solution, okay, where extraction of mercaptans occur. Now the second step is that your sweetened product is sent to the Mirox separator, where Mirox solution is regenerated by blowing air. So you can see in third column, so from top you can see of the extractor, you are sending it to third column where you are blowing air also. Okay, from compressor air is sent to the third column. Now what happens in third column? That your Mirox solution is regenerated. Okay, regeneration occurs. Now this regenerated solution, it is sent to settler. Here you can see the solution is now sent to settler, where regenerated Mirox is obtained in bottom and is recycled back to extractor. So in fourth you get, in the top you get your sweetened product, and in the bottom what you're doing, you're getting your regenerated Mirox. So it is kind of separator. Now another part is that the extract containing mercaptans are oxidized by blowing air in tower 2. Now again back to extractor. The bottom product of extractor is sent to tower 2. Okay, tower 2 you can see consecutive towers are kept where you are blowing air, and so what happened, oxidization of mercaptans is happening. So the extractor containing mercaptans are oxidized by blowing air in tower. Okay, so in 2 tower oxidization occur. Now this mixture is then sent to settler 5 where disulfides are extracted. So you can see from the bottom of the 2 it is sent to the separator, where from the top you get disulfides, and the bottom product again Mirox solution, it is recycled back. So this way you are converting your mercaptans into disulfides by the process of oxidization, and you have already taken out, you have already got your sweetened product from the column separator 4, right? So the benefit of this process is that about 90 to 95% of sulfur can be extracted. So this was about your Mirox process. The third one is the catalytic desulfurization. So the flow diagram is very simple, right? Here catalytic desulfurization means catalyst is used. So let's see, it is done before hydro desulfurization method. So this you will study in later chapters, what is hydro desulfurization method, right? So it is done prior to this method. Now all fractions lighter than diesel can be desulfurized using this method. Okay, so here we are specifically studying this method for gasoline. The process is carried out at high temperature. Here catalyst can be used having synthetic characteristics to naturally available. So you are having a wide option of catalyst. Now about 90 to 95 sulfur can be removed. Let's get back to the process. So you can see as it is done at high temperature. So first of all your feed, your charge stock is heated. Okay, it is heated, then sent to the reactors. So you can see in reactor 1 and 2, okay, what is happening, catalyst bed is arranged. So reaction occur. Now it is sent back to the separator where your product is separated out, right, and the gases which are obtained, it is sent back to the recovery. So hydrogen gas is obtained, okay, it is again sent back to the recovery. So this is the simplest form of your sweetening process. So that was for today's lecture. Thank you.